Hello guys, hello everyone. Happy Teachers Day. Happy Teachers Day to you all, and Happy Teachers Day to Sanjay sir. अभी वो नहीं है. He'll be coming in like 2 minutes because I have something to say. तो मैं आपके ज़्यादा नहीं 5 मिनट लूँगा, बस 5 मिनट. Hello सपना. Hello वरद. Wow. पिंकी. Let me try to get like आप सबका नाम लेने का ट्राई करता हूँ. पिंकी, अविनाश. Hello everyone. Good evening. अनिरुद्ध. Fazar, Mayank, Yuvraj, wow. One of my favorite cricketers, Yuvraj Singh. Oh, Utpal, hello. Once again, you're here. Nice to see you, buddy. Okay. Hello. So, hi everyone. I think we have like 162. Yeah, we have 162 people. So, let me just give you a brief about मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ. I think my screen is shared. So, as you can see, here in the description you can see the one link. So I'm here to just clear your doubts about क्या attendance assignments क्या है. So previously we used to have like Google form, so we are just skipping that and we have like one link. तो उसी one link पे जाके आपको सब कुछ करना है. I'll clear all the doubts about certificate क्या है, attendance वगैरह and everything. What's the total watch time of the lecture? 1 hour is the total watch time. We will finish it like on 7:40 क्योंकि 10 मिनट मैं ले रहा हूँ तो आपको 10 मिनट एक्स्ट्रा टीचिंग का मिल रहा है. ओके, डोंट स्पैम रेड बिट्स यार, ये क्या स्पैम कर दिया. ओके, हैप्पी टीचर्स डे अनिकेत. हैप्पी टीचर्स डे टू यू. आई थिंक यू आर वन ऑफ लाइक छोड़ो. सो यू कैन सी द वन लिंक हियर इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन. तो आप डिस्क्रिप्शन में जाके जस्ट यू कैन सी दिस वन लिंक हियर. क्लिक ऑन दिस लिंक. You'll redirected to this page जो हमारा वन लिंक का पेज है about the JavaScript Programming Essential Bootcamp. So you can see like ये वाला पेज. Just scroll down थोड़ा सा. अपकमिंग ये कल वाला प्रोग्राम दिखा हुआ है, ignore that and just scroll down. You can see a mark attendance toggle here. अगर आपने enroll नहीं किया है तो firstly just enroll, sign up and enroll. Make sure to enroll. If you don't enroll, you can't see this toggle. You just have to click on this and give the NPS. Now what is this? Will you recommend today's session to your friend? This is basically how you feel about this session. What मतलब कितना अच्छा लगा आपको. So I believe in Sanjay sir, so I'm giving him like 10 out of 10 because I know he's a great trainer. Like बहुत अच्छा सिखाता है. Are you interested in our 6 months of full stack program? Yes or no? Yes, I am. I'm actually enrolled in one of our full stack program. So if you want to enroll, please enroll. Now, continuing with the attendance, just here, अगर आपको लगता है if you want to like say there is a need of improvement, then just click on something like if you think communication, doubt clearing, or topic should be this, then just click on this and submit your assignment. Now, after submitting this assignment, just refresh this page. You can see my progress is like 14.29%. Now what is this progress and what is this progress bar? Let me just give you a like answer. The progress bar is for your progress कि आपने कितनी progress की है in this particular program. Now this progress bar will increase on your attendance and assignments. These are the only two things which you have to do. Like अगर आप 5 दिन attendance भरते हो then you're good. If you want to do like assignments for your practice, if you are filling your assignments, you can see somewhere like here assignment wala toggle on the day 3 and day 4 and also on day 5. So wait for that. We don't have any assignments for day 1 and day 2 because we are like learning basics. तो वहाँ पे कुछ assignment नहीं दूंगा. Full English please. Okay, I'll try to speak in only English. Okay. So let me just okay. So I'll be like speaking only in English. So when you submit your attendance, you can see the progress bar is increased like 14.29%. For your certificate, you need to complete your 50% of your progress. Now, how to complete your 50% of your progress is like a simple thing. Like it's just like very simple thing. You just need to like fill the attendance form for 5 days and submit your assignment, whichever assignment is given to you. Okay, after submitting, you can see your progress is like growing rapidly, and after completing 50% of progress, you can get the certificate. Now, when will you get the certificate? It is not like after the day 3 you are completed your 50% of your progress and you will get the certificate. It's not like that. After completing your program, like after 5 days, after the 5th day, you can download your certificate. Just clear, you'll see a toggle like download certificate. Let me just give you, I think I have, yeah, give me a minute. Okay, so you can see I'm like getting this download certificate toggle. When you click on this, the certificate will be downloaded. You just need 50 LU coins to download your certificate. Now, how to get 50 LU coins? So when you mark your attendance daily, you will get like 10 LU coins for free. Every day when you mark your attendance, you will get 10 LU coins. Like it will be added directly to your account, so you don't have to like go scratch card and you don't have to do anything about, like that. You just need to see here my 10 LU coins has been added. So previously I had like 310 LU coins. Now I have 320 LU coins. So simply when you mark your attendance of 5 days, you are going to get like 50 LU coins for free. You don't have to do anything. But there is something which we call like refer. If you think you can refer this program or refer our upcoming programs to your friend, and your friend can get the certificates, your friends can like learn a lot from these programs. So you just need to click on this refer and earn wala toggle. When you click on this, you just need to copy. When you copy this, you can see there is like a particular separate link for me. When someone like your friend get enrolls from this link, you'll get 10 LU coins. If your friend is new to LetsUpgrade, you'll get like 70 LU coins. Now what should I do with like 70 and 10, like 100? Suppose I get 100 LU coins. So what should I do with that? So Eloquence is not only for downloading your certificate. Eloquence is specifically for getting discount on your full stack program. So you're planning to have a full stack program. Remember, the number of Eloquence you have, then like you have like 1,000 Eloquence, then you will get 1,000 rupees of discount on your full stack program. That's the that's not the only thing you can see here. When I go on LU coins, or let me just fix my camera. Okay, when I go on refer and earn, if you come first, second, or third on this leaderboard. So how can you come first, second, or third in this leaderboard? You just need to refer as many as you can refer, and if you like refer. Let me see. Shaul has like 375 referral points. So when you get these many points, when you come on the top 3 of this leaderboard, you can get exciting rewards as let me just, yes, give me a minute. Yeah, as you can see, you can get a watch, like आपको watch you are not going to get a specific watch, but you are going to get an Amazon coupon worth this watch, Amazon coupon worth this earphones, 500 of Amazon coupons for third, I think, yeah, third position. So these are the like features of Eloquence. This is not and one more thing is coming up for Eloquence. You can like get OTT platform subscriptions and Amazon coupons of Eloquence, but the feature is like under development, so you can see it like in month or two. So this is basically what is refer and earn wala program. Now I think everyone is clear with attendance. When we will share the attendance link, the attendance link is in your description. You can see here the one link. Everything is in one place. Everything is, yeah, this is my line and this is bad. I think we need to renew that. Okay, 303 people watching. You just need to click on this link. When you click on this link, you just go to this page and you just need to mark your attendance here. Okay, I think I'm clear. Please proceed with the program. Yeah, we are starting. Okay, या व्हाट यू विक्रांत से, यार मैं बोर कर रहा हूँ क्या? ठीक है, चलो. I think my part is done. So I'll introduce to you our trainer Sanjay sir. Hello Sanjay sir.
Okay, so yeah, good evening, guys, and welcome to our first JavaScript. and I hope you are going to enjoy today's session. And today I'm
Yeah, they are
standing because
definitely
of a
going to
background.
enjoy.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah, it sounds good. So, shall we start?
Yeah, I
Let me
have
just.
just a few questions for you. Like, what are we
Mhm.
going to learn in these 5 days of program? Can you just give me a nutshell about
Yeah,
that?
yeah, sure, sure. Okay, so in this session, basically, we are not only going to learn about JavaScript, we will be actually decoding all programming stuff and all. So either you're coming from any other programming language, or yeah, you should want, like, if you want to like go to any other programming language as well, this session is for you. So basically, in this session, you will know why JavaScript is so popular now, and what are the benefits of JavaScript, and how to use it, how to utilize it, how you can work with it. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to like I will be with you for whole 5 days, so that you can ask any doubts and all. So hopefully you will enjoy this session.
Okay, let me just give you शुभम द आंसर शुभम भाई वी आर प्लानिंग लाइक हम प्लान कर रहे हैं हिंदी में सेशंस लेने की एंड नयन यू टू बिकॉज बट वी हैव लाइक दिस सेशन ये सेशन खाली इंग्लिश में होगा सो इफ यू आर लाइक आपको हिंदी में चाहिए तो वेट फॉर अस हम आई थिंक नेक्स्ट मंथ हिंदी में प्रोग्राम्स लॉन्च कर रहे हैं पर्टिकुलरली फॉर like the guys who are not comfortable with English. So just wait for us. We'll come with the Hindi program. So let me just yeah. Sanjay sir, carry on. I'll leave. Bye.
Oh yeah, bye bye. Okay, so let me just see. First of all, just do let me know that if I'm visible, audible, and also if my screen is visible to you. So let me just give it a quick check. Yes. So just do let me know. And yeah, Hindi plus okay, English is okay. Yeah, okay, that's great. Actually, like these all sessions are going to be in completely in English, but I will sprinkle a little bit of Hindi here and there. Okay, that's great. So, okay, so we are going to learn JavaScript in today's session, and also like in upcoming 4 days of this session. First of all, just do let me know in the chat how many of you have ever used or ever heard about JavaScript before. Like before this session, you have ever used JavaScript? Okay, English is okay, Hindi. Okay, English, Hindi. Yeah, so like, I think we are getting into a language war. Okay, let me just uh, quality थोड़ी कम कर ली जाए. Okay, yeah. Okay, okay, yes, yes, I've used. Okay, so basically, these all sessions are going to be like into like for the complete beginners. So I'm just going to start from very, very, very basics. Okay, so like you don't mind if you're feeling a little bit bored in very starting, but I will just try to make everything a lot of fun. So let me just go through a slide first of all. So let me just, by the way, just do let me know that if you're able to see the slide as well. Control F5. So if you are able to see my slide, my screen, because I am switching to different desktop here right now. So is it visible to you? Let me just give it a quick check. Like if it is visible, so like obviously you will just say yes, it is. Okay. Okay, history of JavaScript. Yeah, okay, that's great. It's visible. So now let's start the session. Enough of talking. Okay. Okay. So JavaScript, and what is JavaScript? So like, our first question is like, what is JavaScript? Why we are using it? Like, why so popular? Why like so many jobs are here for JavaScript? So let me just switch. What is JavaScript? JavaScript is just another programming language. Nothing fancy, but there is a catch. JavaScript is a little bit good programming language. Why? First of all, we should know like what a programming language. Like before understanding JavaScript, and JavaScript is a programming language, we should know like what are these programming languages are all about. So let me just open my pen first of all, so that I can basically draw something on the screen. Okay, so let me see if it's opened. Mm-mm. Wait, wait, pen. Okay, it is. Let me just open it. I think it's on a different screen. Yeah, here it is. So what are these programming languages? So like our computer is so dumb. It can only understand zeros and ones, isn't it? Like, and these zeros and ones are like because computer is made up of processor, transistors, etc., etc., etc. And transistors can basically like computer can only understand 0 and 1 and 0 1. But the problem is we cannot talk in 0 and 1. So we need a way so that we can communicate with the computer so that computer can do our work. Obviously, we want our computers to do work for us. It could be like social networking, it could be your office work, it could be anything. but we want our computer to do work for us. But the problem is we cannot talk to our computer directly. So we need a language that could computer could also understand, and it's easier for us to understand. So the concept of programming language comes here. Okay, so we have programming languages like C, C++, Python, Java, JavaScript, and all. Like we have thousands of language, but only like a bunch of them are popular and very little of them are useful. And JavaScript is one of them. So what is the difference between JavaScript and any other programming language? So the difference is that like a language, let's take C, okay, or C++. These two languages can only work on like a hardware, like on a Windows machine, on your Mac machine, or it could be your Linux machine. Yeah, basically these I'm just hiding all the hard layers for you, but these language can work on Windows, Mac, etc., etc., depending on your operating system. But there was no language that could work with your browser. And what is browser? Our web browser. This Chrome, yeah, Chrome is a web browser. Obviously, it's a web browser. So we wanted a language that could work with this browser. Yeah, isn't it? So JavaScript is a language that can work with a browser. Yeah, that can actually run on a browser. And if you want to check, just go to any website. Okay, just click right click anywhere and go to the inspect part. Okay, and after that you will see a console here. You will see this console, 1, 2, 3, third tab. Click here, and if you just type, okay, you won't be able to understand what I'm typing, but I can basically type a JavaScript code here directly. Okay, so I can just type here hello world, and if I press enter, I'm getting output hello world. Yeah, it's not exciting, but the fact is JavaScript is the only language that can be executed on web browsers. And the fact is nowadays JavaScript can run virtually anywhere. So that's the power of JavaScript. That's why nowadays there is a lot of job openings, there are a lot of frameworks like, and also UI libraries, and a lot of cool stuff are happening with JavaScript. So that's the power of JavaScript. Okay, so do let me know that if you got. Okay, when we talk about front end, it's scripting. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the only scripting language. Yeah, that's great. Okay, okay, happy teachers day. Thank you. Your notebook for typing. Okay, that's great. How I can complete the assignment? Yeah, I'm just going to do that. It's not just TypeScript. No, TypeScript is a completely different language. Basically, it's the superset of JavaScript. That's it. So just do let me know that we can continue for or a scripting language. Basically, JavaScript is a programming language. Yeah? And with it, you can script as well. Okay. So JavaScript is all the concepts, everything is related to the programming language. So don't ever say it as a scripting language. It's a programming language. Yeah, you will get to know why I'm calling it a programming language. Yeah. So let's move to the second part. Okay, let me just switch over to a slide. Okay, let's just give it to a okay. So now we know what is JavaScript. It's a programming language that can run on a browser like Chrome. Okay. Now what I want to know, like why we are using JavaScript, like why JavaScript is so popular. Okay. So because it's very easy. JavaScript is very easy to write, very easy to understand. And the second thing is with JavaScript, you can make a website. Okay. Okay, fine, cool. You can make a mobile application. You can make like desktop application, a software like MS Office or that. You can make a backend server. So like, and nowadays you can also do machine learning stuff with JavaScript by using TensorFlow. So JavaScript can like is covering each and every part. So that's why JavaScript is so powerful and so popular. And the reason behind it, because most of the developer around the world are using this thing. So the thing is, जितने ज़्यादा developer like the जितने ज़्यादा developer है उतनी ज़्यादा language popular होती है. And the JavaScript developer community is huge. So that's why JavaScript is so popular. It's easy to use, and by just learning JavaScript, you just open a lot of ways for you. So you can go into mobile development by using React Native. You can go to like web development just by using React or Angular. You can go into like also in backend development just by using Node.js and all. So that's why JavaScript just opens lots of options for you. Okay, and JavaScript is in demand because industry, the companies want you to make some stuff, and JavaScript is one of the best tool to make some stuff. So that's why JavaScript is in demand, and this language can basically land you a job. And at the end of the day, we all want money. So yeah, job equals to money, JavaScript equals to money. Oh yeah. And basically this point related to this many frameworks. Basically, let me just go to the previous slide. Yeah. So the thing is, there are too many frameworks for JavaScript. We have React Native, React, Angular, Vue, Electron.js, TensorFlow. Like we have so many options if you just know about JavaScript. Yeah. And shall we start by the way? Like this was all the introduction part, and I have like completed my introduction part. So shall we like start to our session? What we people here on the Instagram. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, let's go furthermore. Yeah. Okay, shall we go? Shall we continue? Okay. Browser have inbuilt JavaScript is widely popular. Yeah, exactly. Utpal Patel. Yeah, browser have inbuilt JavaScript, so that's why it's widely popular. Yeah. But Utpal, actually, there are many more reasons because Java, you can old video deleted wiser. Basically, as we get into new videos, we basically delete our previous videos. Okay. Why Java? Java is a completely different language. Yeah, Java and JavaScript are two different paradigms. Don't ever get confused between these two things. Okay. Okay. Please continue. That's great. So to start the session, like what you need to know, yeah, like some pre-requirements for you. So let me just go to the slide again. Let me just close it. Okay. So what are the pre-requirements for the for this JavaScript? First of all, you should know HTML and CSS, yeah, so that we can basically make a basic website. So we basically have to write some code. That's why you need a lot of dedication. If it's your first programming language, you need to have a lot of dedication. And if you want to have a dedication, just think about the success you are going to get after knowing a programming language. Like you can get a job, like a proper good job. You can also work overseas also. Okay, and add a good trainer, and I think you already have one good trainer, so that's not an issue. So just by checking all the list, so let's do it. Yeah. So the first topic we are going to cover is hello world. So what is this hello world? So we are going to write a program in the JavaScript which actually going to print hello world. So this is a tradition in our programming community. Like the first thing that we do with anything is to do hello world. So that's why let's just do this hello world. And by the way, in this part of the session, you will be learning about little bit of programming language more. Like you already know about programming language right now, and also about the code editor that I'm going to use, and what are code editors and all. Where to write JavaScript, how to write JavaScript, console, and the how to do console.log. So in this session, we are going to achieve these tasks. Okay, so let me just open my code editor now. Okay, so now the question is, where to write the JavaScript. Okay, so to write a JavaScript in the for this session, you will need a website. Okay, very basic HTML page. That's all. So now if I go to my file, so basically I have just created a folder, JavaScript folder, and in this folder I have created three files here. Okay, so in this folder I have created three files: index.html, script.js, and style.css. You don't have to worry about this script.js, only style.css and index.html. And obviously you should know about little bit of HTML and little bit of CSS. That's all. And let me just open the index.html. So this is the very basic index.html page. So here we have our head tag, and title is JavaScript, and here I have connected my CSS to my HTML. Okay, very basic stuff. And now here I have a body tag with just a single h1 tag here, and this line. Yeah, and this line is our like the real hero today. This line is going to be a real hero. Okay, and after that we have a CSS file here, very with obviously with no styling at all, little bit of styling just to like point everything to the center. Okay. Okay, screen not clear. Okay. Just try to increase the quality of your video. Like most of the time this is the only reason. Okay, yeah, it's a certification course. Yeah, it's a certification course. Okay, that's it. Now, so now where to write the JavaScript? And to write a JavaScript, all you need to create a new tag here. Okay, so you know about HTML tags and all. So you just create a script tag element here, a script here, RIPT. Okay, a script tag here. Okay, that's all. Okay, just like remember you used to use the style tag to style the stuff, style tag. And if you ever wanted to style your document, we basically use the style tag, and basically you can write out all of your styling here. Similarly, we have a script tag to write our JavaScript. Okay, all our JavaScript code. And now you can write your JavaScript code here. Okay, that's great. Now move to the next part. Like, what is code editors? So code editors are nothing but just a text editor, like a notepad. You can use notepad as well. So anything that can make you write something on your a file, so that's gonna work. So you can just open this file into notepad as well. Like, it is completely fine if you can just type here, but it's going to be a real pain if you are going to use the notepad. So I will just prefer you to use the VS Code. So just do let me in the chat, let me know in the chat how many of you have ever used or heard about VS Code. Like, if there is anyone like who want to know about the video quality notes will be provided. Yeah, the notes will be provided. Okay, mine is higher. I have, okay. So how I have used. So is there anyone who haven't heard about VS Code? Okay. Can you please explain the syntax of HTML? Yeah, sure, I will do that. Okay, that's no. Okay, so a lot of people are using VS Code. VS Code is so cool. Yeah, it's one of the most popular text editor out there. Yeah, and you can see I have styled my VS Code in a really good way. Okay, so let me just go. Video quality is very bad. Okay, why the video quality is very bad? Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me just fix the video quality issue. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, okay. Mm. Okay, let's just share the screen one more time. Hopefully, the screen video quality is good. By the way, if the video quality is not up to the mark, you can just continue for the session. And after the session, basically, we will upload this video for you. And there you can basically go to the like increase the video quality from here. By the way, just do it. By the way, like maybe it's the reason. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's continue. And by the way, if somebody out there who haven't heard about VS Code, just go to your Google and type VS Code and press enter. It's just a software. So basically just go to download and download it for your operating system. So we have Windows for Windows, Apple, and also for some cool guys who are using Linux. So just download it for Windows. And after that, all you have to do is next, and it will be installed for you. Okay. So VS Code is very easy to install. Just download the VS Code. And after installing the VS Code, just do one favor for me. Just go to your extension part. So this fourth tab here. Okay, let me just change my color. Okay, just go over here and type live server, and press enter and install it. And why live server? Basically, we are going to use this live server extension basically to test our application. It's very easy to use. Just install it, and as soon as you will install it, you will get a go live here. Okay, so if I just close it, so you will basically get a new text here written go live. Okay, go live. As soon as you install this live server, you will get this thing here. And after that, all you have to do is to create an index.html, and whatever you want to do with this index.html, it's none of my matter. And after that, you only have to tap to this go live and just do it, and this HTML is going to be open for you. That's the only reason. Okay, and let me just go through our HTML file again. So basically here we have some of our meta tags. You can basically remove them. Okay, so this is our very basic HTML file. This is these three links are for Google fonts. Basically, I have used Google font called Poppins. That's why I have used these two links. After that, the title, my CSS style link, and that's all. Okay. And in the CSS, basically we have nothing at all. Like, I have set my font and also a little bit of styling just to like keep that heading at the very center. That's all. Okay. Let's just go to the our HTML file, and inside this script tag, you can basically type your JavaScript code. Okay, so the text editor I'm going to use is VS Code. Okay, so let me just open this. Here we are. And now let me just tell you about the console. So in any other programming language, basically you can get the output in a terminal. Yeah, but in JavaScript, you get the output. And what is this output? Output is a thing basically that we can get somewhere. So let me just show it to you. Otherwise, it will be a little bit difficult for you to understand. By the way, just go to your this page that you have created just right now, and go to the inspect here. Okay, I have like covered this part as well. Inspect, and this thing will be open for you. And here, just go to the console. Okay, that's all. So this is our console panel, and you're going to get your outputs here. So let me just show you one output. Just go to your code. okay, in your index.html file. And here, to get something on that terminal, that console panel, all you have to do console.log, and don't worry, I'm just going to explain this thing. And inside it, whatever you type is going to be printed on that console part. So let me just type a number here. Okay, so this random number, and give it a quick save. And as soon as you will save it, yes, see, we are getting this output here. Okay, let me just do this side by side. So if I just go over here and here, okay, so if I just type any number here, and if I just give it a quick save, so I'm getting this output here. So basically, why we use this console? To basically debug our stuff, to see what we are getting, if we are doing everything correctly or not. So that's why we use this thing. Okay, no more use cases, only just to check that we are doing everything correct or not. Also, you will get all of your errors and all. So sometimes you may write some bad code, so you will get your errors here. So that's why we are going to use this console panel. Okay, so how to use the console panel? Just give it a right click, go to the inspect part, and just open this console here. And whatever you write inside this console.log, whatever you write inside this console.log is going to be print here. It's similar to print in Python, printf in C, and system.out.println in Java. So similar. Okay, that's great. Okay, so we have completed this part. So do let me know that if everything is clear to you, so that we can move to our next part. Okay, nothing is clear. What is not clear? Just Madhav, just let me know that uh, when we will get the certificate. I think you will get the certificate after the third day. You have to basically, video isn't clear. I think it's clear. Okay, everything is clear to you. So that can we move to our second part, next part? Okay, okay, yeah, clear. That's great. That's great. Okay, okay. Chat में कुछ बोलो. We are a team. Yeah. So take it. Don't take it me as a teacher. Basically, I'm not a great teacher. I'm a great trainer. So basically, I used to train like interns and all. So like the people who are going to work for our company. That's why. Okay, please move to next. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Let's move to our second part. So our first concept is complete. Let's move to the second part. So I think, let me open my slide here. Okay. So okay, by the way, we forgot to print the hello world. So let's just do that as well. So let's just open a script here and just type hello world here. Okay. RLT. Okay. And let me just write inside it a string. And we are going to get hello world in our console panel. Okay, let me just give it a quick shape. Okay, we are getting our hello world. So the first task is complete. Okay, let's move to the second part. Let's see what is. So about programming. Okay, code editors done. How to write JS done. Console panel. Yeah, console done. Okay. Now we are going to learn about data variables, values, etc., etc. And in this segment, you will be learn about like what is data and values, variables, how to create these variables, and data types, etc. and all. So let's just do this part. And it's going to be a little bit boring. This part is going to be very crucial for you to understand. Okay, so just focus here, because this is going to like build your, what we say, base for all of your programming journey for your throughout your life. So just focus here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just not feeling comfortable writing all of my JavaScript here in this HTML file. It's not looking pretty. I'm not comfortable with doing this. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a new file. You can name this file anything. I have named this file script.js. You can name this one.js, me.js, you.js. You can name this anything. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect this file with our JavaScript file. Okay. So what you can basically do here, you can basically go over here and just type this line. Okay, so in the script tag, just put a source attribute, and in the source attribute, just put the name of the file where you are going to write all of your JavaScript. So we are going to write our JavaScript in the script.js. Just mention the name here. Okay, if it is in the same folder. Okay, keep in mind like this script.js must be in the same folder. By the way, you can put this file also in some different folder. I'm going to tell you how to do that as well. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come over to this file, and here I'm going to type console.log hello world, just to check that everything is working fine or not. Okay, and let me just give it a quick save. Okay, so here we are. I think my eyes misspelled the script spell. Okay, here we are. Yeah, we are getting our hello world here. Now let's just understand about something called values. What is value? And why, like, values is actually the data. And why we are going to learn about data? Because we are going to use this everywhere. So in your website, the article you have written is a data. Yeah, your age, your number, any user account, the name of that person. Like if you sign up to Instagram, they will ask you for username. So username is a data, it's a value. So basically all these values, basically we have to use these values to do something. We also save these values, we do all kind of stuff with these values. And values can be of different types, and now we are going to know how to use these values, actually data, in JavaScript. Okay, so what are the values actually? So one is a value, two, this number is a value, like, isn't it? So these all numbers are value. Okay, so these values are basically called numbers. Okay, and after that we have some values called strings. So strings are like sentence. So like I am Sanjay. Okay, so this is also a value. This is of type string. So each value is of type, yeah. So these values are of type number. This is of type string. Easy stuff, very easy, like kindergarten stuff. And remember, whenever you are going to make a value of string type, don't forget to put these quotes here, double quotes or single quotes. Okay, double quote or single quotes, anything will work fine for you. Okay, so these are one of two most basic type of values. Okay, so now we will know how to store these values. Okay, so if I just do console.log, and remember what I told you, you can basically put any value here and it's going to be printed out in the console part. Okay, so if I just type here I am Sanjay, and if I just give it a quick save, I'm getting I am Sanjay here. Okay, that's cool. But suppose you have a value called 10. Okay, and if you want to use this value again and again, and basically you need a place where you can store some value, and these thing which basically can store some values are called variables. Or variable can be a name, it could be any name, like my okay name. Okay, what we say, age. Okay, so age is a variable, and this variable can store some value. And to store some value, just put equal sign and just put 23 here. Okay, so the age is equals to 23. Now what I can do, basically instead of typing 23 here, I can just type age here. Okay, so what you are going to get, the value which this variable is storing, basically it has. So age is a variable, this thing is a value. Okay, cool. And basically this is not a correct way to define a variable. Okay, what we have to do here, first of all we have to type where. Okay, so where age is equals to 23. So what we are doing here, we are creating a variable. First we have to create a variable. To create a variable, just type where. Okay, name your variable. You can name your variable anything. There are some rules, I'm just going to tell you the rules to name a variable. By the way, basically you can name a variable anything. So let me just name this course. Okay, or language. Okay, language, AUN. Okay, language. And language, the language variable basically gonna store the value JavaScript. Okay, now what I can do here, console.log language. Okay, and if I just give it a save, I'm going to get JavaScript here. See, I'm getting JavaScript here. So these are the variables, and it's the one of the fundamental part of any programming language, a way to store some values. And after storing some values, we can basically do anything. So this part is little bit boring, but this part is the most important part. Now let me just tell you multiple ways to define a variable in JavaScript. So it's the one of the way in which we can define a variable. We have two more ways to define a variable in JavaScript. Yeah. The second way is to type, let me just create one more variable called const. Okay. So instead of where, just type const here. And let me just put, okay, 23 here. Okay, that's great. So it's also a way to create a variable. So now I have created a variable called age. Instead of where, just type const here. Okay, and I'm going to tell you the difference between all these three. And there is one more way to define a variable, and the way is, just instead of const, just type let here. Okay, let name is equals to John. Okay, so these are the three ways by which you can define a variable. And do let me know in the chat if you want to know the difference between all these three. By the way, I'm just going to use these two ways. And if you want to know the difference between these three, just ask me in the chat. Like, I will just explain it to you if you want to know what the difference between all these three. By the way, we are going to use these two methods to create a variable. And I'm just going to tell you the difference between these two. Okay. Okay, let me just go through our chat first of all. Okay, that's great. Okay, after checking link. So you want to know about what is the difference between single and double quote. Basically, there is no difference between single quote and double quote. You can use any one of them. जावास्क्रिप्ट को बॉडी हेड दोनों में लिख सकते हैं फिर डिफरेंस पेज लोड या सो शुभम इज सेइंग वन थिंग आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू क्लियर इट टू यू ओके आई नो difference between variant variables okay explain okay let the tell the difference that's it people want difference I will tell you the difference. By the way, what are the variables? So variables are these things, okay? And to create a variable, basically this is the syntax to create a variable. So it's like a rule to say something. So like in English, we have a proper way to say something. Exactly similarly, we have some rules to follow to do something in your programming language. And the difference, let me just cover the difference between these two first. So let me just use one of the way to create a variable. So I'm just going to use let. Okay, let age is equals to 23. And let me just type console.log age. Okay, and if I just give it a save, I'm going to get 23 here. Okay, let me just increase the size. Okay, I'm getting 23 here. Okay, here I'm getting 23. Now you can basically change the value of a variable also. So for that, all you have to do is type age equals to like 15. Okay, and now give it a save. And what I'm getting 15 here. So what we have done here you have created a variable and given us some value to that variable. And in the next line, basically you have reassigned the variable. What is reassigning a variable? You have basically have changed the value that that variable was storing. So in that line, basically you change the value. And after that, your console, you have done the console.log for the age. So in any programming language, the code will always will be read from top to bottom, yeah, and left to right. So it will basically read this thing first, this thing first, this thing first, and after that it will come to the second line. After that it will come to the third line. Okay, so that's why we basically can reassign a value. Okay, so it's possible here. But if I just change this thing, so by the way, let me just put a console.log here as well, here as well. And if I just save it, and you're going to get the 23 and 15. We are getting 23 and 15 both. Why? Because we have created the variable called age 23. And after that, we basically logged out the variable. So we are getting 23 here. Okay, 23. After that, basically we change the value for the variable age. So now it's 15. And after that, we also did the console.log here. That's why we are getting 15 here. Okay. What if I change this let to const? Okay. And if I just do this, and if I save it, I'm just going to get an error here. And the error is, you can just read the error, uncaught type error, assignment to a constant variable. So the difference between let and const is that in the case of let, you can reassign that variable. But in the case of const, so if you create a variable by using const, you can never reassign the value. The value is once done forever. Yeah. So if you just initialize this variable with the value 23, it's going to be 23 forever. You cannot change the value. So the difference between const and let is only that you cannot reassign the value. In the case of let, you can do, but in the case of const, you cannot. Okay. And now let me just, and there is one more thing. So if I just try to create this same variable again, okay, same variable again, this I am going to get an error. Okay, so we are getting a error here that redeclare the variable scope, etc., etc. So if you just use let or const, you cannot redeclare the variable. Here basically we are creating the age variable again. You cannot do that. By the way, you can just reassign the value to the age variable, but what you cannot do, you cannot recreate the variable again with the same name. Okay, but if I just change it to the var, if I just change it to the var, you can do it. So if you create a variable by using var keyword, so this thing is actually a keyword. So by using var, basically you can redeclare the variable as well. So it's a problem actually. So it's not good habit. So that's why I'm not going to use the var to develop our application. I'm just going to stick with let and const. So let and const are the better way to declare some variables, because in the case of var, you can also redeclare the variable, and that's not a good thing to do. So now let me just move to the next part. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use the let here. Okay. Now let me just tell you about some of the data types. Okay, the types of these values. So if I just let me just create age equals to 23. So it's of type number. And now what you can also create something of a string. So okay, John. Okay. So you can be these are the values. Yeah, these are the values. And apart from these two values, we have two, three more data types, and these are called like Boolean. So like if this is I have created a variable called is school, and now there is a specific data type called Boolean. So this thing is number, okay, number, and this thing is string, okay, okay, number and string here. And after that we have something called Booleans. So Boolean can only have two type of values, true or false. So if I just type it true, so it could be true here or false here. Okay, so these are also value, true or false, basically 0 and 1, nothing or something. So this is Boolean. Yeah. And after that, let me just do something console here for you, console.log. So let's just store some data first of all. Let's just store a data for a person. And after that, I'm just going to tell you about a very special kind of data type. Basically, it's an object. So I'm just going to tell you about the object. And it's going to be a little bit tricky. So just stay with me. So for first of all, I just want to store some data for a person. So what I'm just going to do, const name equals to Sanjay. By the way, I'm just going to use const and let interchangeably. So like depending on the situation, just use let and const. Don't ever use where, because it can be redeclared, and also it is block a scope. So it's a topic for completely different day. So name Sanjay. Let me just go with the name John. Okay, John. Let's just go with age 20, and let's just go with job web developer, and let's me just go with is developer. Okay, if it is a developer, true. Okay, okay. So here I've created basically stored some data for a person called John. But what if you do not want to use these things? You can also create an object. So let me just create an object for you. What is object? Object is basically it's just a different kind of a variable. Basically, it's just going to store all the values inside of it. Let me just show it to you. So let me just create a const. To just create an object, just type const here, and you can name this thing anything. So I'm just going to write person here and just put equals to. Now instead of like storing some data here, just put this curly braces. Okay, this curly braces, and inside of it, you can just directly type the things here like person, John, John, and after that age 20, job web developer, and is developer is true. So here, like see the difference. Here I have to create four variables just to store the data for a one person. And here I have created a single variable to store all the data. So let me just tell you, explain everything to you in this part. So now what we can actually see here, this thing is an object. Inside the object, you can store multiple values, and all the values are going to have a specific key. So this thing is key, and this is a value, key, value, key, value. So let me just create one more object for you, const car. Okay, car. So car, like let me just go with the brand. Okay, so the key is going to be brand, BRND, brand. Let me just go with BMW, and comma after each and every key you have to put a comma, and type. Okay, type, let's just go with SUV, SUV. Okay, and let me just give it a save. Okay, and suppose if you want to access this object, so let me just do a console log here. Okay, so whatever you just put into the console panel is just going to print on the screen. So what I'm going to do, car here. Okay, so let me just type car here, and if I just give it a save, let me just open this console panel. Okay, so you will see that you are getting the whole object here, the brand and the type. But suppose if you don't want to access everything, you just want to see the brand. To access the brand, all you have to do is type dot here, dot, and type the key that you want to access, and just give it a save. Okay, if I just give it a refresh here, okay, I don't know why it's if it's crashed or not. Okay, it's not. And here we are getting only BMW. And if you want to access type, just write the answer in the chat. By the way, I'm just going to do it for you. Console.log, console.log car, dot type. And if I just give it a save, I'm just also going to get this SUV here. And if you just want to access whole object, just type the object name. Okay, console.log car here, and just give it a save, and here are getting the full object. So this is the full object, this is the brand, and this is of type. Okay, so access something from an object, just put a dot operator. Okay, this dot, and after that name of that key. So the key is brand here if you want to access this thing. Okay, so here we have completed everything about data and data types, and also we have completed a typical, like little bit difficult data type called objects. So again, by the way, just do let me know in the chat if you got these things so that we can move to the next part. Data type result SUV Shubham. Okay, that's great. Problem solving. Yeah, we obviously gonna have some kind of lecture for this. Okay, let's move to the second part. Okay, and now let me just show it to you. Let me just create one variable here. Const a equals to 10, or let me just do age equals to 10. Okay, now you can also perform some operations on some these values and all. Like you can add something, you can delete, you can remove, subtract, and all. So these are some called operations. So let me just perform some options. So if I just do console.log, and let me just create a variable const age equals to 23, const your age is, like, let's just go 20 here. And what I can do, I can perform some operations on them. So I can just do age plus your age. So I'm just going to get the summation of these two things. So if I just go to my console part, we are going to get 43. Obviously it's a very basic summation. 43 we are going to get. Okay, we are getting 43 here. And now what you can do, we can see the difference by subtracting it. So if I just do minus, we are going to get this 3 here. And you can do multiplication as well. Just put a star here. And if I just give it a save, we are getting 460 here. Okay, we are getting 460. Okay, we are getting 460 here. And you can also divide if you want. Just put this slash symbol for divide something. We are getting 1.15. So these are called arithmetic operations. So let me just go through the slide so that I can show you all the all the kind of operations that we can perform. Okay, so we completed number, string, boolean on object, data values. Yeah, we did this. How to write a fair number. Yeah, we can do this. Operations. So we can basically perform some of the operations on this variable. So I'm just going to tell you about the operations and the operators. So the operation is whatever you do on these values. So you can just add, subtract, multiply, whatever you want to do with. But to do anything on some values, we need some operators. So what are these operators? That plus is operator. Basically, that plus operator is going to add two values. Okay, that's why it's called addition operator. Then we have subtraction operator. By the way, you don't have to memorize anything. Yeah, it's going to, like, it's very easy. You don't basically have to memorize anything. Just do it once and it will be remembered by you forever. So we have basically different types of operator. And what are the type of operator that we are going to use? One, arithmetic operator. Then we are going to use a comparison operator. And after that, let's just go with okay, so these two type of operators are more than enough for us for this session. So let me just tell you about the arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators, obviously they are just going to do some arithmetic operations on the values. Okay, and also like arithmetic operation, multiplication, division, subtraction, and also a modulus operator. So if I divide this value with this value, what is the remainder? And to get the remainder, just put this modulus operator, this percentage sign. And if I just give it a save, we are going to get the remainder. Okay, the remainder is 3. Okay, that's good. So now let me just go through some of the other operators, the comparison operators. So if you want to check two values are equal or not, we have operator called equals to. And if it will give the output true or false. If these two values are equal, it will just give you an output of true. If the value is not equal, then otherwise it just will give you false. So if I just make everything 23, so we are getting true here. Okay, we are getting true here. And if I just change the values, we are going to get some false here. Okay, and after that we have one more comparison operator called greater than. Okay, so here we are going to see if age is greater than your age, then we are going to see the true. And if age is lesser than your age, we are going to get the false. Obvious stuff. So this thing, if this condition is true, if age is greater than, okay, it's very basic basic mathematics. So if age is greater than your age, we are going to get the output true. So what is the output that we are going to get? Just put it in the chat, and let me just tell you about one more operator till then. And similarly, we have one more operator called this. Okay, so these both are greater than lesser than operators. Okay, greater than lesser than. Okay, just put try to answer the output. So let me just give it to you. Like if this thing is greater than, okay, this is greater than this thing, in that case we are going to get true, otherwise we will get false. So if this thing is smaller than the your age, you are going to get the false. So let me just save it and let's see what we are getting. Okay, so in the first case we are getting false, in the second case we are getting true. So if the age is 23 is greater than your age, obviously not. 23 is obviously not greater than 25. That's why we are getting false here. But here 23 is lesser than 25. That's why we are getting true here. Okay, if I just give it a save, so we are getting the same output. Okay, and there is one more comparison operator, greater than equals to. Okay, so if these two values, so if I just put it, if 23 is greater than 25, obviously not. Okay, and if I just put 25 here, 25 here, and guess the output. Is 23 is great, 25 is greater than 25? Just try to answer in the chat and let me just see if you are correct enough. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, false. Yeah, we are going to get false. Yeah, false. Obviously, we are going to get false. Why? Because 25 is not greater than 25. It's equals to 25. But suppose if you want to check if the number is greater than or equals to 25, just put this thing here. So in this case, if I just remove this and if I just give it a save, we are getting false here. But if I just put a equal here, we are going to get true. So it will basically check for both. If it is greater than or it is equals to, in both the cases, it will give true. And if this is not the case, like if this, we are going to get the false here. Okay, so now we have completed almost everything. Let me just go through the chat for the first day. Okay, so we completed the arithmetic operators, and by the way, I will just tell you some more arithmetic operator, plus plus and something like that. I'm just going to tell you that as well. Okay, so let me just go through our slide and let me tell you about the last topic for today's session. Okay, so you can basically perform an operation on two variables and you can store the result in another variable. Okay, so let me just do it for you. Const age equals to 23 and const your age equals to 25. Okay, and if you want to know the difference, okay, so if like const difference, so I'm just going to create a variable which is going to basically store the value, like what is the difference between these two ages. To find a difference, all you have to do age minus your age, isn't it? Like basic mathematics. Okay, if you want to know the difference between two numbers, what we do? Subtraction. So now what we are doing, we are performing subtraction operation on these two variables, like these two values, and we can store this thing in another value, in another variable. So we are storing this thing in another variable. Okay, this thing, subtraction, and we are storing it here. Okay, so variable basically can store any kind of value, and this operator, this is operator. Okay, this is operator. By using operator you can perform some operation, and after operation you will get a result, and result again is going to be a value, and that value you can store here. Because age is 23, your is 25, operation is subtraction, we are going to get minus 3 here, minus 2, sorry, minus 2 here, and minus 2 is again a value, so we can store it in a variable. That's great. And let me just do a console.log. So console. Okay, by the way, you can add some values as well, isn't it? So what I can do, const output. Okay, out. By the way, you can add a string as well. So let me just cover that part as well for you. So like name. Okay, let me just cover. Name is Sanjay. Okay, and const greeting. Hi, good evening. Good evening. And I can also like add these two things. So what I can do, console.log here, console.log name plus greeting. Okay, so it's just going to add these two things. And if I just go, basically it's just not going to sum arithmetic, it's just not going to arithmetically add those things, they will just join it. So if I just go over here, I'm getting here hi, like Sanjay, hi, good evening. Okay, so it's just this thing is called concatenating two strings. So it won't work for subtraction, multiplication, it won't work for anything other than summation. Okay, so you can basically add two strings to get a big string. So similarly, what I'm going to do here I've created age, your age, difference equals to this. And what I'm going to do, console.log, I'm just going to create a string here, the difference. Okay, let me just put this thing here. Okay, the difference plus and this difference. Okay, so what we have actually done here, we have created two variables with some values. We subtracted the value, we stored this thing in a variable, and this thing is a number. Okay, so this thing is a number. It's going to be a -2 here, and it is a string. So a string plus anything is not going to be arithmetically added. It's just going to be like what we say, join. Yeah, but there is a feature in JavaScript. I'm just going to tell you about that as well. So okay, so we are getting difference colon -2. So basically why we do this, so basically those, so that we can get little bit pretty outputs. Yeah, that's why the difference is, so we can do that. So that's why the difference is -2. Let me just change the number here, 30, and if I just give it a save here, so we are going to get the difference is 5. Why difference is 5? The age is 30, your is 25, the difference is 5, and the rest of it. Okay, so we basically completed all the basic stuff for any programming language. And let me just give it a quick recap. So these things are values. This is a variable. There are three ways to create a variable: var, let, and const. Var is not good, so don't use var here. Use const and let. The difference between const and let is that the value of a const variable cannot be reassigned. So what I cannot do here, I cannot change the value directly here. I cannot do that. It will throw me an error. Okay, I cannot do that. But if in the case of let, I can do it. Okay, so if you want to reassign the values, sometimes after some execution, you can just use the let. Okay, and now we can perform some operations. To perform some operations, we have operators. So this is arithmetic operator, subtraction operator. And by the way, I'm just going to share the slide to you, so you can just go through the quick recap, like you can just see whatever written there. Okay, so that's all. And by the way, in tomorrow's session, we are going to do like real coding stuff. In today's session, if you just complete the today's session, let me just go through this slide. Let's see what we are having. Okay. Okay, so the day one is successful. And let me just, by the way, just share everything with your friends and all. Let me just close it to you. And now everything, like all the basic stuff is completed. And by tomorrow, we are just going to use all of our knowledge that we have occurred today. You are going to use everything to create some cool stuff, because these some of the basic things. By the way, just do let me know in the chat if you got all the concept in the today's session. Yeah, if somebody is like complete beginner, they may have a little bit of problem. Okay, I will share the notes. Yeah, I will to share the notes. Sir, what was that go live, Sanjay? Okay, thank you. Okay, and by the way, in tomorrow's session I will also tell you how to deploy your website. Okay, so don't forget to join tomorrow's session. I will also create, I will just deploy this thing. Yeah, I will just create a small project tomorrow, and we are going to deploy it on the internet, so that basically we can share that project. Okay, so it will be completely live on the internet. You can use it, you can show it to your parents, your friends, and all. Become so cool. So I will just also cover that thing in the tomorrow session. And so don't forget to join the tomorrow session. And before like ending today's session, I'm just do let me know that like it's just don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And don't forget to share, by the way. Okay, and by the way, if you just like what we people are doing here, if you found little bit interest in the coding world, how to do everything, you can just check out our full stack developer program. So just visit letsupgrade.in. And I hope you have already signed up for our Let's Upgrade website. And you can just go to the start learning part. Okay, the start learning. And first of all, you have to like join. And after, if you just go here, and you will see two courses: full stack web development. In this course, basically we cover everything from very scratch, and also in Hindi, English both. So if yeah, somebody of you is not comfortable with English, so don't worry. The courses are in Hindi, English both, a little bit of mix. It's completely upon you what you want to do there. And if you want to get a little bit of discount, and if you want to help me as well, just go to the description and you can use the coupon code SS10 to get instant 10% off on our course. So just type SS10. Okay, here you can find the code here. So it's stand for like for SS10. Yeah. So you can use this code. And by the way, the code is SK, by the way. I will just talk it with the people. Yeah. So just use the coupon code. And yeah, let me just tell you what is the difference. Okay. So Jayesh, you have asked a really good question. So let me just cover it. Yeah, I will just cover that question in tomorrow's session. Yeah. So by the way, thank you for joining, and I hope I will see you tomorrow's session. And don't forget, yeah, we will deploy and we will create some cool stuff, like we are going to understand the conditional statement, if else loop, yeah, and also something about functions and all. So tomorrow's session is going to be really exciting. Yeah. Bye bye and have a nice day.